This is directed at the Minister for Human Services, the Honourable Michael Keenan. I won't bore you with my story. I'm sure many men in their mid-40s or in their 40s and 50s that get divorced all have a child support agency story, and I have one too. But I just want to touch on a couple of things because I think the system, and this isn't new what I'm going to say, my own experience wasn't only degrading, not only have I been humiliated publicly, not only have I been berated, not only have I been made to feel less than, I've not felt listened to, I've not felt heard, and I felt a great injustice. But how can it be that a father that has his teenage kids 50% of the time, that's putting them through private education, he's paying his ex-spouse more than $100,000 a year, and on top of that putting his kids through private education and paying for everything, plus having their kids 50% of the time. How can it be that when I went to the airport about 24 months ago and I went to board a flight, the Australian Federal Police grabbed me, took me into a room and said that I wasn't going to leave Australia because I'd been put on a no-fly list as a non-paying scumbag father? Not only was I humiliated, embarrassed, 500 people I was speaking in front of found out that this had happened to me. So professionally I was shamed and I was embarrassed at the airport. The Australian Federal Police that grabbed me were not nice. I was upset at the time and they informed me that there's no way that I would be flying that day because I was a non-paying child support father. I was $2,300 behind and I didn't know that I was behind, and I was put on a flight list. So my question to you is, with all the suicides that happen, with all the trauma that men go through. Now I know there's lots about women. I know there's heaps about women, but I'm talking about men. I'm talking about those dads that love their kids. I'm talking about those dads that suicide because no one listens, or legislation isn't changed, or every time child support rings me, it's some 24-year-old woman that's out of university with no life experience or no understanding or no discretion. How can this system be changed so good men, like most men that love their kids and want the best for them, can be treated as an equal as a woman and be listened to? When will that change come and when will that happen? And you might think, why am I making this vlog today? I'm making this vlog today because I've only got 3 payments left and I've got one more private school fee quarter left of $10,000. So the system is so broken. I received about 12 letters in about 8 weeks, all saying different things. Because I'm only paying for my daughter now, I pay X amount a month, and I've been paying that. It's a set agreement for a number of years. And I got this letter to say that because your daughter's now turned 18, you've only got to pay half of that. So I actually rang them up and I said, listen, this is wrong. And I said, listen, part of my agreement is I've got to pay X amount until November. And they categorically told me that no, Daniel, you're given a break here, you don't have to pay it. So for the last few months, I've only been paying half of what I normally pay. And I've got all different sorts of correspondence confirming that. Last week, I got a call on a Saturday at 2 o'clock from child support, stating that they'd made a big mistake. I said, listen, it's inappropriate that you call me. It's not appropriate that you call me on a Saturday. You call me during working hours and we'll work it out. So they called me today and they said that they'd made a mistake, that in fact I was correct to start with, okay? No big deal. That they said, listen, you owe $2,500 extra money. And I said, no worries, we'll just make it up next pay. No big deal, I don't want to cause any more waves. And the lady apologised. But I'll tell you why I'm making this vlog. And this is to the minister. Why did the social worker or the human services worker at the end have to say these words? You are aware that if you don't pay, we can enforce payment on you. She said, you are aware of our enforcement order policy. And I said to her, lady, you don't need to say that and you don't need to go there. Thank you. I said, have a good day. And I hung up. I don't understand why human services need to do that. Do you know how threatening that is? Do you know how degrading that is? For someone that you don't know to make a statement like that. I said to that lady, she said that because it's part of their policy. That's a broken policy. It infuriated me and it made me really angry and upset, and it makes me want to make this vlog, and I hope this vlog is shared 1,000 times. The system is broken. Good men are hurt every day. I've had many conversations over the years. 6 years I've been making payments. Not once has anything ever gone my way. Not once did I feel heard or listened to. I ended up feeling like I was crazy, like they made me feel like I was so irrational, instead of listening to me. So my question to the minister is, when my incident happened on the aeroplane, I contacted the media. No one gave a shit. No one cared. No one cared. So I hope that some way the minister sees this. I assure you that most men, I'm a corporate man, but whether I'm a bricklayer or a labourer or a guy that's unemployed, it shouldn't matter. We should be listened to because we love our kids just as much as their mother does.